Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and it has been a tough week for many. Mitch McConnell took a serious lunchtime tumble. It is the 3-year anniversary of the Fox News Christmas tree fire that I will be getting into. Don Jr. broke up with his makeup lab explosion survivor fiance, and to keep her bicycle pump accident lips shut about the family, Trump Sr. made her ambassador to Greece, likely choosing it as it sounds like the stuff she slathered on the face that MAGA destroyed. How it started, how it's going. Before Don Jr., she was actually decent. Now, many are also struggling with the capture of Luigi Mangione that has sparked the worst Yelp reviews for a local McDonald's since Trump pretended to work at one, with nearly every write-up mentioning rats, with some posting photos of unhappy meals featuring rats. America is now openly talking about the healthcare con compared to the rest of the world, and that's a positive. Now, moving on from McDonald's to McConnell, here for a health update is Mitch McConnell.
How many times do we have to go over this? When I married Elaine, we considered hyphenating our names and eventually decided on a compound name. After narrowing it down to Chow-Connell and McChow, we settled things with a game of rock, paper, scissors, which is probably my favorite game to play with Elaine because I get to see her wrist in action. I find it hypnotizing. Wax on, wax off. I am your pinball wizard. I can confirm that I did fall at a Republican policy lunch near the Senate chamber and sustained minor injuries to my head, face, and left wrist. I got a nice get well card from Senator Cruz urging I reach out to his Port Authority choice, Lauren Boebert, because her Secretary of Tugs expertise could come in handy with my rehabilitation. I understand he's having a laugh, but there is some truth there, and I hope she can help me because I will not be backing down. And I still fully, completely plan to remain in Congress through the remainder of my term, which expires in January 2027, when I will be 106. Mrs. McChow has made our home safe in case of falls, including adding baby gates, and she has converted our sunken living room into a ball pit. This was the quickest way to Mitch-proof the home, as we have hardwood and marble floors. But we have managed to achieve this in good time with the help of Matt Gaetz, as he had a ball pit in his home, along with other carnival games for the Chuck E. Cheese going woman in his life. You know, his kitchen was even converted to resemble a shopping mall food court, showing his devotion to the vibrant youth of America. That was actually in the report that was blocked that noted the Cinnabon and Sbarro replicas in his living room. He had nothing to hide. And that's why Republicans went to great length to hide it. And hide it they did. But now I'm told that he has a show on Nickelodeon, so that says a lot. Now, my professional counsel has advised me to say again that I am doing fine. My totally normal lunchtime injuries will heal quickly. The truth is, we all trip on a beef dip once in a while. I would like to thank the EMTs that came to my rescue, and I appreciate your silence in this matter. And I hope you appreciate the envelopes of money we sent you. Donald Trump and Ronnie Jackson sent me a care package with quite an assortment. It is like bringing home the Halloween loot bag. Except I am sifting through it for special Tic Tacs and little blue pills. Can I get a bump
I could not be more excited to join the One America News family. The best reporting, the best analysis, and the most in-depth coverage of the Trump administration is going to come from our team. I've got the sources, I've got the insights, and there is such a spirit of optimism to unlock the opportunity of America. There's no place that's going to cover it better than One America News.
Okay, McConnell was wrong. It is OAN that Gates got a gig at. Now, I actually called this on a video in November saying Gates would end up at RSBN, OAN, or Lindell's Dumpster Fire Network. I mean, they're all equally junk, and he settled on OAN. I mean, it is the bottom of the barrel. In fact, it's hard to even get this channel on cable. Like, you have to go out of your way to find them for your package. I make this show 100% on my own thanks to you. If you love what I do, drop me a super thanks, consider leaving me a PayPal tip, or hit the join button to support what I do here. 3 years ago this week, Fox News went into full meltdown when their Christmas tree was burnt down. And if Hannity, Tucker, Ingram, Kilmeade, Giraldo, and Judge Jeanine made it outside in time, they probably could have extinguished the blaze alone with their monsoon of MAGA tears.
Sad news, our very own beautiful 50-foot Fox News Christmas tree was destroyed early this morning by a suspected arsonist. He apparently scaled the tree, ignited a massive fire, endangering hundreds of people.
Fox had to exaggerate the story with talks of him scaling the tree when you can clearly see the fire started right at the base. Bottom up, not top down, Sean.
This is what you get with $1 billion cut to the NYPD. The suspect was spotted climbing the tree, setting it ablaze before being captured by police. Look at that.
This is what happens when you cut funding in a city with millions of people. One crazy dude burns down one artificial tree. And of course, he talks about having no funding, yet they were able to make a swift response. This is what happens when you have no police. The police were there in seconds. Pick a side, Sean.
This is now happening all across the country. This is not, you don't have to go to Harvard, Yale, Princeton to figure this out.
You don't have to go to Harvard, Princeton, or Yale to figure this out. Do you mean 159th ranked university grad Alina Habba could have figured this out? It was an isolated incident and remains one years later. But Christmas trees are a fire hazard in your home, especially when you hang a bunch of Trump Temu ornaments on them. I still like my version better. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out.
Craig Tamanaha, an Asian guy, apparently 49 years old, with at least 3 priors in New York, 3 more priors in Texas, reportedly.
Several priors, substance charges, attention seeker, exposes himself. This guy could have been Matt Gaetz, Mike Lindell, or any of the Boeberts. Pick a Boebert, any of them. I gotta admit, it was a bummer they caught this fella before Marjorie Taylor Greene had the chance to blame it on Jewish space lasers.
But think about it. Who, to Ainsley's earlier point, who sets a Christmas tree on fire?
Craig Tamanaha.
It's a tree that unites us, that brings us together. It's about the Christmas spirit. It is about the holiday season. It's about Jesus. It's about Hanukkah. It is about everything that we stand for as a country. Freedom and being able to...
I'm not laughing at a tree on fire. I'm laughing at a Fox tree on fire. This is the network that defends Capitol rioters, advocates for thoughts and prayers instead of solutions, and lost $787 million pushing the big lie. This wasn't even a real tree. It's a metal frame with twigs and plastic. And you claim your tree is about everything and everyone, but it's a Christmas tree. Hanukkah does not have a Christmas tree, and a big fake Christmas tree doesn't mean everything we stand for as a country. They're acting like it's the Statue of Liberty when it's a pagan winter tradition that German Christians put their spin on, decorating them with gingerbread, nuts, and apples, which is pretty weird. German settlers brought this tradition to America, and it was heavily protested because of the pagan roots. But what made it acceptable was the Brits. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert had one, and the official illustration of the royals appeared in the London News in 1848. People wanted the same for their homes, and the same illustration was published in a book that reached the USA, and along with other efforts, the trees were popular by the late 1870s.
Through the years, people... Thousands, hundreds of thousands of tourists have come to New York City to celebrate the Christmas season, and they walk up and down Fifth Avenue and our street, 6th Avenue.
Kind of all we have left, right?
And they look at the lights, and today there are no lights because somebody burned down our Christmas tree.
And I hope we put it back. I mean, I hope we put it back.
I hope we build it back bigger and better.
And we got to do a sequel to the Christmas tree lighting.
3 years on, still one of my favorite parts that they say Build Back Better, channeling Biden.
We've seen an arsonist burn down a $500,000 Christmas tree in New York City.
Yes, Fox paid $500,000 for a stack of metal hula hoops with green plastic flopped on it. I don't know who was doing the accounting there, Judge Janine or Mike Lindell, but come on. A free way to support me is by doing your regular Amazon shopping through my link in the description. That's it costs you nothing. Just gotta click here, and it helps me keep the show going. So here was the live image of the new tree that's the same as the old tree, still not a tree, but fireproof. It says celebrate Christmas, doesn't say it's a non-denominational tree or that it's also for Hanukkah and Diwali. No, it's a Christmas tree and nobody cares, just walking right by, whatevs. This is just a piece of scaffolding and hiding that people pass on the way to the real tree at Rockefeller Center. I can see a few lazy fathers showing their kids it. There you go, Rockefeller tree. Guess they took the rink out. Let's go find Daddy a beer. This is only exciting for the people at Fox. And again, Fox, 4 nutcrackers on display at the network with 0 balls.
Ow. 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 It's like bringing home the Halloween loot bag. Except I am sifting through it for special Tic Tacs and little blue pills for Pound Town.
Don Jr. broke up with his makeup lab explosion survivor fiance and to keep her bicycle bump accident shut.
Urging I reach out to his Port Authority choice, Lauren Boebert, because her Secretary of Tugs expertise could come in handy.
And this was not happening all across the country. It was an isolated incident
that noted the Cinnabon and Sparrow replicas in his living room.
Thanks for watching. Please stick around and check out another one of my videos. Say hello in the comments. Find my stand-up on Spotify, streamed by millions, and add me on Facebook and Instagram. It all helps. Be cool, be kind, take care.